Yeah. I don't know how this is gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to move forward. That's okay. There we go. Let me go a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just my laptop. Yeah. Wait, hold on. You gotta lean that forward. It's 720p video. What's up, guys?
What up?
Time to start sharing our actually, because no one's watching until I share the link.
Alright, you want to do the intro this time?
Sure. Okay. Hold on.
Alright.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is ARMBAR. Welcome back. What's up, Isaac? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Going pretty good.
Going pretty good. It's a kind of a weird, interesting week in wrestling as we get that going, actually.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that right now.
Oh, yeah, man. That's true. What do you want to start off with, man, today?
I mean, I guess we could just talk a bit about Monday Night Raw.
Actually. It feels a little.
Yeah, it's a little just
strength level is a little high, so I wasn't too sure where that was coming from, but basically, shoot, I actually got to watch Raw last night, and of course, you know, it was your basic lame authority promo at the beginning.
I mean,
and well, let me get this set up. Go ahead and let's talk about the beginning. I'm still trying to set up our little live broadcast here. So sorry, you're not even on camera right now. There we go. Get that going.
We're up on Google Hangouts.
We're on Google Hangouts, so you know, check us out if you guys aren't listening. I put up a link on our Twitter account via UTPA_armbar, so check that out, guys. But this week in wrestling, we're only a couple of weeks away from WrestleMania, Alex.
Does it even feel like?
It doesn't feel like if it's, you know, I mean, for me, I guess because the card isn't as filled as it should be, you know.
I know, like usually you'd have at least half the card by now.
Half the card by now, but you know what? They did add. Well, I mean, I don't know if this is another added portion to WrestleMania, but you know, last night Seth Rollins and Randy Orton finally lashed out at Seth Rollins. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be another match at WrestleMania. Okay, now that the whole Jon Stewart thing is kind of dead. You're going to get my water.
So far, the confirmed card right now is Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt.
Just all down and Undertaker and Bray Wyatt. And what was that on Monday Night Raw? Actually,
I mean,
was that like an acceptance?
Yeah,
for the Undertaker, the little lightning bolt. Oh, I accept or something.
That was some
like
attitude era stuff right there.
I didn't really understand that, and I don't really get why they do that. I mean, I don't even know if you could consider that attitude era stuff. I mean, I hate the fact that you know the Undertaker doesn't want to make an appearance just to get stuff going. At least the last couple of years when he was feuding with Brock Lesnar and CM Punk, etc., he would come out and a couple of times before the actual show and try to I guess hype up the match a little bit.
What I'd love to see is something along the returns of a biker Taker, or maybe like a more mixed version of the Taker.
Maybe, since he shaved off his head, maybe he'll bring back the Limp Bizkit Rollin' Taker going on there. No, the attitude era Taker is.
It doesn't have to be.
We like to think.
It doesn't have to be to that extreme, but I'd love to see a change in the Undertaker, especially now because the streak is dead.
The streak is dead, so I mean,
I'd love to see a more intense version of the Undertaker.
What does the Undertaker have to live up to now? Basically, I mean, shoot, I mean, what are we looking forward to now that
I was talking to with this to my fiance, where basically it's a match that's booked where it's just not going to end up good for anybody involved.
I don't think so either, and like I feel like this is another one of those legacy matches that like John Cena had going like a couple of years ago, where he was facing The Rock, and The Rock.
That was a couple of years ago. Wow.
That was a couple of years ago already, right? Because he main evented with him 2 years in a row. So, and that wasn't even last year's WrestleMania, was that? I don't even remember. It was a couple of years. It was probably 2012 and 2013. It's already 2015. So I mean, it's a legacy thing for the Undertaker now. And really, what else does he have to show us other than that Bray Wyatt isn't the the guy that he says he is? Maybe he's not the new face of
I know, but
uncertainty.
Where does that leave Wyatt if he loses the match?
Bray Wyatt, I don't know, man. There's not a lot of stuff going on for him nowadays. I mean, how many mind games could he be really playing with people? I mean, bring back, his faction, the Wyatts, be a powerhouse group, take out other people,
I'm not gonna lie, is that the way they're booking Bray has just been really the same lately. I mean, it was really cool and really interesting because of his promos or whatever, but now
It's getting old, Bray. I like the chair being on fire, though. That's definitely for sure. Look, the Ultimate Warrior theme song.
Oh, that's awesome.
What is this? Hold on, I gotta play this just to check this out. Hold on,
yeah.
let me do this.
All right. Turn your music all the way up.
It's all the way up.
Yes!
I don't know if you can hear us while we're playing this, but this is pretty awesome. Sorry, guys, we're just kind of messing around in the studio. We'll keep this in the background.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bray Wyatt, there's not a lot going on for him. I mean, I'm not even excited to see this match at WrestleMania. I'm hoping The Undertaker delivers a great match. So I mean, because you know what is you know, as far as Bray Wyatt's character goes, I mean, as much as I'm disliking it at the moment, I do like some of his matches. I'm not completely bored watching some of his matches. I think the Dean Ambrose match, when he was feuding with Dean Ambrose, you know, they had a couple good matches.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't discredit his in-ring ability for a guy that big, you know.
One thing I like to say is that if Undertaker loses this match and Bray Wyatt effectively, passes the torch or whatever, carries the torch, what happens to Undertaker? What about his streak? What about his WrestleMania legacy?
I mean, I think if he does lose, I think that's it for him, honestly. I think the Undertaker will just kind of fade out. And kind of like what happened with Stone Cold, you know, he didn't really get to say his goodbyes, you know, and a lot of wrestlers, they kind of just fade out after a while, you know, and maybe in a year or two, the Undertaker will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame already.
Yeah.
I don't know why he isn't. Same with Owen Hart. But, you know, I mean, I guess they're lacking on certain things there, but he's a living legend, honestly. No matter, you know, the guy can lose the next 10 matches in his career and no one's going to say anything about it, unfortunately, but
it's WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania, so it's a big thing for him, obviously, because if you think about it, I mean, him and Shawn Michaels were, you know, the Mr. WrestleManias of the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Basically, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on from there, but I don't know, man. What else to talk about? You know, Undertaker, but I mean,
yeah, the Sting match. Yeah, this whole Sting promo.
What was that little vignette or promo going on? That wasn't even his voice, right?
I mean, they altered his voice. It was definitely deeper, but I guess they're trying to make Sting more intimidating.
They did alter his voice, and you know what? I don't see as shady as a presence as Sting has always been. I've never seen him as an intimidating. Even back in his early days,
I've always seen him more just like in the shadows.
Yeah, you know, and he's not one of those guys that cuts, you know, those big promos, you know what I mean? And it's just more of a presence, you know, kind of guys like NXT Baron Corbin, for instance, you know, and NXT is getting pretty good, guys. By the way, if you guys aren't watching NXT, shoot, NXT just continues to get better and better. And then let me just throw this out there. I know that we're talking about Sting, but you know, the rematch between Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair this past week was a great match. I love that they actually use that as the main event for NXT. You know, finally, you know, I feel like the Divas get recognition on that show, you know, and, you know, if they're not going to give Divas a chance, like, you know, they're tweeting out and it's all over social media right now.
Speaking of give Divas a chance. What's going on with the WrestleMania Divas match? It's a tag team match?
I don't even know what's going to happen there, honestly. Honestly, I did not pay attention to the match that AJ Lee was put in this past week, and they were promoting the Flintstones. I don't know what's going on with that, but I mean, I feel bad for the Diva division on the main roster right now. I think that, you know, if they're going to do something with Divas, they should maybe try branching out and doing a female WWE thing completely separate, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, what's going on with that? The Divas belt isn't even on the line. I mean,
Divas belt's not on the line. That's kind of sad to say.
We're probably not going to get a payoff to that whole Brie Nikki storyline. We're just going to get another pointless tag match.
I mean, what's ridiculous about it, though, is that, you know, every title at every single pay-per-view should be put up, you know, for, you know, at least a match, you know?
Yeah, but I guess that's why we have a Night of Champions or whatever.
And it's kind of ridiculous that they're kind of just cutting, you know, those type of style pay-per-views into once a year, because fans want to see titles being, you know, exchange or, you know, held, basically.
I'd love to see.
We're live. We have one viewer. Yeah, we have one viewer, by the way, guys.
I'd love to see the U.S. title become something of a TV championship.
That, you know, and that's maybe what's going to happen to it if John Cena, you know, wins it at WrestleMania. He's not going to. I don't know. You know what? But, you know, this last night when they aired Raw, and there's a nasty random pubic hair right there. But don't blow it at me. But anyway, you know, it kind of made John Cena look like a little more vicious, I guess. You know, and we've seen the vicious side of Cena many times. I think the the guy that brought out the best vicious side in John Cena was Edge.
Oh, definitely.
Edge and Randy Orton were probably the two guys that brought out the most vicious and, I guess hateful side of John Cena. The I want to kick your butt side.
I'm not gonna lie though, like I'm really digging this whole feud right now.
It's a good feud, and it made Rusev look more human. I want to say, because Rusev, he's the Bulgarian brute. They're hyping him up so big. It's crazy that they're using him like that. And I love Lana. Lana's always gonna be there, hopefully.
Totally.
But
I have to wonder, what do you think would be a more powerful finish? Cena cheating to win the title, or Rusev just destroying Cena and crushing him?
I think Cena cheating would be more powerful. As far as a fan perspective go, not as far as future goes, but if John Cena wants to win, just like other guys, like Kevin Owens, he's gonna do whatever it takes to win. That's why Edge was champion so many times.
I would love to see less of like a Edge type of cheating and more like a Adrian Neville type of cheating, where he's
Adrian Neville, or give me an example there, for instance.
Like Sami Zayn's about to win the title, and then just pulls him out, kicks him, and then just steals the finisher.
Oh yeah, okay, well. That's a different scenario though, because that was a triple threat match. So I get what you're saying though, but as the champion though, that's what he did to retain the championship. Obviously, right? So obviously, I want to see John Cena start scratching and crawling basically, because he's in the mid card now. It's safe to say he's the lower mid card. Okay?
Yeah, that's well. I guess it's Cena, so it's like upper mid card or whatever.
That's probably going to be like one of the first matches. Also, I hate to say that John Cena is going to not be headlining WrestleMania. Yeah, right. I love to say that John Cena is not going to be
I'd love to see something along the lines of Cena versus Reigns, maybe.
Yeah, and of course, hopefully that'll come up later on. Who knows what's going to happen with the whole Brock Lesnar Reigns situation going on? And let's talk about the Heyman. I guess I don't know if you want to call it a pipe bomb.
Oh, I mean, that promo was just something else.
It was an interesting promo, to say the least. I'm not gonna lie there.
I've noticed something. The story this year for the main event, it's been less so about Reigns and his coming up and winning the title. It's been more so about what's Brock gonna do after WrestleMania.
I feel like it's like that also, and the fact that Heyman, basically said if Brock wants to unify the UFC and WWE championship, he's gonna do it. And I thought it was interesting that they were cutting the mic off when he was doing his promo. I thought that was very interesting that they were going that far, and they did the same thing to CM Punk. They've done that in the past, so it's known for the creative team to do that, because they don't want all this stuff backlashing out on social media and main news outlets basically. So what were to happen if Brock Lesnar does win and he decides to walk out with the WWE championship, because like Paul Heyman said, that the title is his.
They're gonna vacate the title, of course.
You think so? I mean, whether or not that does happen,
they
Brock Lesnar wins.
They had a whole tournament after CM Punk left.
That's kind of true, yeah. And of course, when Brian got hurt and they had to strip the title from him, it's just kind of sad, to see stuff like that happen, because he never got his fair rematch, to be honest. But Brock Lesnar, he is the beast. He is the powerhouse, regardless whether he stays or leaves. If he leaves as champion and he goes back to the UFC and he decides, hey, I'm going to carry around the WWE title and try to unify both these titles, which it's never going to happen.
How's that going to look?
It's going to be interesting, and I'm just like, wow, I'm in awe right now, because it's more of, like you said, like what's going to happen after WrestleMania, what's going to happen after the match.
Yeah,
I don't even care about the match, honestly.
Nobody cares about Reigns.
Care about. And it's not that it's for me. It's not so much that I don't care about Reigns, but if we're not going to see a good match, if it's going to be half, I hate to say it, but half, butted, half butted. I don't want to say any bad words on the air, but. If it's going to be, more of one of those matches where, I'm going to see 20 suplexes from Brock Lesnar again, like the SummerSlam match.
It's either going to be that.
It's going to be great or it's going to not be great.
Or it's going to be something along the lines of Brock's just not going to carry the entire match.
Exactly. So I'm just like, well, not looking too forward to that. I hate to say it, but I wish that they would have two different titles on the show right now, because, we could
at least get a good match.
Get at least good one heavyweight match title going on right now. So
I have to wonder something, like, what happens if Brock cheats during the match, and he just straight up goes MMA Brock?
Who knows?
On Reigns.
if that does happen, you know, I mean, we're going to see some bloody chins and some
I mean,
black eyes,
you know,
that's
Brock's
for sure.
professional, but what if he just doesn't care anymore?
I mean, because I don't, you know, that's one thing that, you know, it's a last thing for him, I guess. You know, if he knows he's going to go out, you might as well go out with a bang, you know? I mean, why he's like, he's got the no care attitude. Surprised he showed up on Raw this past week, actually.
Yeah.
So,
But,
I mean, well, no, let's get to commercial, actually, because we need to at least play 1 or 2 songs here, guys. So
sure thing.
we'll be right back, guys, with Armbar, so stay tuned. I don't even know what time.
Something I wanted to talk about is that I'm
1 viewer, yeah.
Yeah.
You still got 1 viewer.
On the radio, that they're muting the crowd mic.
They've been doing that a lot, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about that right now. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you can tell that it's been kind of dumbed down. Let's see if we throw on it here.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania season.
Doesn't feel like WrestleMania season, but oh well, what can you do? All right, guys, we're streaming live here. This is Mike with Armbar. And if you're watching, I got 1 viewer right now, apparently. Let's see if we can chat. Can you say something, viewer or whatever? Can you type something out for us? Are you able to chat with us?
Please do so.
If you can, give us something that you might want to hear us talk about, because you know we do the show weekly. Try to do it a couple times a week. So
yeah.
So we want to hear from, you know, people that are watching. Obviously, we only got 1 viewer right now, but let's try to get something going on Twitter. Hashtag podcast. YouTube.
Oh, there's no text box in Google Hangout apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe like one of those Q&A things. I don't know.
Because I get it here. That's why. But let's see. I don't know. Why am I the only one that gets it? Oh, it's because I invite people to it. That's why. But I don't really have a lot of friends on here, obviously. So we might be the only one. Like, check this out, cameraman. Q&A. Let's take a look. That's opening Q&A. This featured is disabled. Well, how do I enable it? How do I enable it for the one fan? Hold on, let's see. Cancel. This list is available.
There's an audience cheer button.
An audience cheer button?
Yeah.
All right, can you try to cheer us on, whoever's viewing us? 1 viewer, I don't know if that's somebody else or...
Yeah.
I don't know who's watching me, unless it's just us, and we're the only viewer here.
No, Linda's watching.
Oh, Linda, she's our 1 viewer. Hello, Linda. How's it going? But okay, let's get that going, I guess. Let's see, hashtag WWE NXT WWE at wrestling. I'm gonna just like start tagging people.
All right. All right, ready to go back in here?
All right, guys, welcome back to Armbar here.
Welcome back. All right, so something I want to talk about is that lately in the audience in the WWE, there's been some cases of crowd muting. Crowd muting?
All right, now give me an example of crowd muting. I want to know what's up with that.
So what crowd muting is basically is it's the live crew or the truck, whatever, tones down the audience sound up for certain wrestlers for certain entrances to make them look like they're not as over as they really are. Reading reports from Monday Night Raw last night.
That's not a surprise, though, to be honest.
Daniel Bryan and Yeah, Daniel Bryan and I think Ziggler or Ambrose had the biggest pops in the night, right?
Yeah, of course, obviously.
But you know, you see like people going crazy in the background. You see them like doing yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear it. There's barely any reaction. It's like okay, how does this match up? How does this? But you hear stuff for Reigns. People are going crazy, or they're tuning in. Like it sounds like they're going bananas for the guy, or that they're booing him hard, or whatever.
Yeah.
When in reality, the reaction is very, very minute, or it's very.
Yes, and I don't know if anyone's noticed recently, actually, but the past couple weeks, the crowds, I don't know what's going on. Maybe because, like you said, because they're kind of lowering the mic on the fans, but it's just not going too well. I don't feel
I guess they're hoping that, or something along the lines of, hey, if they don't hear that, they're cheering crazy for them, maybe they won't, or like they'll think that, oh, this guy's just losing his luster.
I feel that also. I guess losing luster is fortunately part of the business. But at the same time, they need to give the wrestlers a chance. I mean, why edit stuff like that out? When I hate my glasses, by the way. But why edit stuff like that out? If they're going to be booing people, let them be booed. If they're going to be cheered, let them be cheered. If there's not going to be any reaction at all, well, of course, with guys like Axelmania, he's even though his bits are really dumb, he's getting more of a reaction.
Yeah.
As far as I know, sad to say, like I said, we were talking about the Divas, but the Divas, wasn't happening. So, I can understand, that there's no crowd reaction going on there with matches like that because no one wants to see any of that. But hey, look, there's Omar. But it's just it's kind of sad that they're starting to do something like that. Now I don't really I'm not a fan of stuff like that. We're the voice behind the voiceless. That's why
I just have to wonder what's gonna happen to the wrestlers that they're trying to effectively hurt or like ruin their career.
Exactly, you're right. I mean, the only one that can hurt their own careers is themselves, in my opinion. I don't think the fans can ruin a career. I guess they can, but
I just think it's stupid because they do stuff like this and then they get mad at a wrestler when you're not over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, what are they trying to accomplish? What are they trying to prove here? I mean, we tell you who to like, and yet that's why you had people walking out during the Roman Reigns main event.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get some walkouts here at WrestleMania this year. Who knows?
I'd love to see something along WCW style, like after the main event, if Reigns wins, that people just throw trash into the ring, or just
yeah. I mean that something like that, like a scene like that,
would send a message across.
It would send a message across that the fans are finally fed up with what's going on with the show, and I can personally say, and I'm sure you can also, that the show has been kind of just
awful.
It's fizzing out. It's losing its fizz. I hate to say it. I love soda, by the way.
Yeah.
But if you like, it's opening a fresh can of soda. Once the fizz is gone, you don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
And the fizz is gone. It's going away for the WWE. Come on, guys. We want more viewers. Help us out here. But
yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating to see because it's just. I don't understand their thought process, and I get Vince McMahon would rather make $1 his way than $2 somebody else's way.
Definitely, and now that he's a part of that billionaire club.
Again, but I mean, it's just so frustrating because you have these numbers, you have the ratings. Raw's at their lowest ratings that they've ever been.
You know what? And I think because that they're not afraid to get down and dirty like they used to back in the Attitude Era days. They weren't afraid to get a little rowdy sometimes.
Here's the thing, because a year ago they were drawing 4.5, 5.0 ratings, and that was with Daniel Bryan.
Yep. But now what is it now? Like down to a 2 probably.
2.5.
2.5. So it's ridiculous that we're getting low ratings like that. Wrestling. If they're gonna throw out all these facts saying that WWE was #1 and all this, the most weekly episodic episode going on ever, or whatever, then they're gonna want to back it up with a great show every week. Unfortunately, like the stories don't write themselves, and maybe that's where they're lacking. The creative department is just not doing what they need to be doing. I know they last year I heard they fired a bunch of people.
Yeah,
and I know their creative team was part of that.
The network is
blame the network guys. And how much is that network, Isaac? It's only $9.99. So.
I'm gonna call it, dude. They're gonna try to push for more subscribers because I know after WrestleMania they're gonna lose a lot.
They are, and you know what? It's gonna be to a point where they might lose their spot on the USA Network. Who knows? I mean, if they don't keep continuing with the ratings, but I mean.
So I'm gonna call it right now that by May of this year we're probably gonna see another free month.
I mean, it's been a kind of a growing trend if you think about it, right? Because the people that have been signing up, they gave what, the month of November free, right?
Yeah, and then February.
And then February.
But,
that's already 2 months out of the year. Where's my free month?
Yeah,
I paid my $9.99. All right,
Mike
wants his free month.
Netflix doesn't do it.
Netflix doesn't do anything like that because I mean they don't have to. I mean. They don't have to. They've already have a well-established base compared to the WWE, unfortunately.
I know, but I guess you're going to try to be like, oh, hey, look at all the numbers we had after WrestleMania, and try to ignore the fact that a lot of people, like subscribers, just quit after that. They just gave up.
And now that there's no commitment, that I can definitely see that. And the fact that, you can still get, shows like NXT online. You can stream them from various websites. I hate to say that, sorry, FCC or whatever's going on out there. But
we're really, it really pains me to say it.
I mean, it's not inaccessible.
It pains me to say it, stuff that, because the network is a beautiful service. I love the network.
Yeah.
I love using it.
I think it's getting better. I mean, I think it's gotten better from its debut, obviously. They're putting a lot more content out than they originally had,
But if WWE isn't going to care, why should I?
Why should we as fans care, right? So I don't know, man. I wish we could do a Q&A on here and get some people's opinions here.
Oh, definitely. That'd be great.
We need to fix that one of these days. And I wish we can get our fans to tweet at us, but unfortunately, there's not enough people tweeting to
maybe at least talk about us on Facebook.
Have that going. But we'll post this, we'll post this up once we get it going or once it's uploaded. It's live right now, and it'll be uploaded.
2 viewers.
We got 2 viewers. Hello, second viewer. Hello. Right, we're gonna cut the show in about 10 minutes, actually, 5-10 minutes, because but we're just talking about how upsetting the
current WWE is.
The current WWE is and what's leading up to WrestleMania, and it's kind of sad. And I'm just, like I said, I'm disappointed in the Divas division. No, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in what they're doing with the Divas division, and it's just, I don't know. It's hard to say, but
it really is.
I don't know. Anything else? What can we talk about? Let's talk about the Intercontinental Championship match. Who has the title right now?
Okay,
Stardust didn't even show up on Raw.
I know, but
what's
going on right now is that there's this whole angle where they're stealing the title, bringing it back and forth, whatever.
Yeah,
it's just stupid to me. It's just like
and the only one that's making it funny for me is R-Truth. He's the only one that's making it funny for me. Guys like Dolph Ziggler. I know these guys are all legitimate contenders for that title because they're all former champions themselves. The only one that hasn't held that title is Daniel Bryan.
But I just have to wonder. I mean, what is this going to do for the rest of the long run? You're making your champion look like a loser.
Pretty much, yeah. But now that's basically I feel like that's maybe the only relevant belt right now at the moment.
Yeah, the thing is that instead of giving everybody on the card a strong feud.
Exactly. What does that say about Wade Barrett? Like you said, it makes the champion looks like a loser.
Yeah, instead of giving everybody on that card a strong, it's easy. We're just gonna toss everybody in the same match.
And I hate to discredit BNB Wade Barrett or whatever you want to call him, but what has he done with that title since he won it back?
I mean, I get it.
Past couple of months.
That's supposed to be the thing. That's supposed to be that he's not worthy of the title. He didn't deserve it. He cheated to win it.
He kind of did, though. If you think about it. I know.
He did.
He cheated, but I mean, the fact that everyone's pinned him at this point,
Truth's been
joke. I mean, why don't we throw Kofi into the mix? Might as well be like a 12-man ladder match.
And then I bet we're gonna see another tag team match for the tag championship. Probably on the pre-show. It's probably gonna be like a 4-way because the Matadors defeated the Usos and.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I was actually watching that latest development on the tag matches, and I was wondering about that. They just kept coming out with all these tag teams, and I know who was it? Was it the Usos or the Matadores? That someone pinned what's his face, Tyson Kidd, right?
Oh,
he was pinned, right?
Yeah,
they were pinned.
No, the New Day.
Was that a tag match though?
The New Day.
The New Day. They pinned Tyson Kidd and Cesaro for that was a non-title match, obviously, right? But I mean, what are they going to do with that? It's going to be it's going to be like an 8-man, I guess. Not even an 8-man. How many people are in a tag? My hands are getting confused. My brain's getting confused here, guys.
But I mean, is it going to be another one of those stupid? Oh, anybody can tag in at any time. Is it like a fatal 4-way? Or
I think that would be ridiculous. But at the same time, those matches have been done already, so you can't roll that out. I mean,
I never understood those matches.
Well, if it's going to be an 8-man tag, 2 teams or a team in each corner of the ring post, then they're going to be able to tag in themselves at any time, basically, as long as in your corner, basically. I mean, they can tag anyone technically, But I mean, whoever wins is going to get that, unless it's going to be like a fatal 4-way type match, like you said.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, if they're going to try doing something like that, why not make it like a ladder match or a TLC match? You know, because
that'd be great.
I mean, that's what, you know, during the Attitude Era, you know, Edge, you know, the Dudleys, they rejuvenated the tag division. You know, if you guys watch the WWE Network, they have a lot of, you know, promos, and they have a lot of videos like that where, you know, and they talk about it, where they, you know, those matches were rejuvenated because of guys like those that were, you know, reinventing things at the time. And, you know, now, you know, of course, you know, the PG era, you know, you don't, of course you want to take care of your stars at the same time, but make it exciting. But, you know, the fact that, you know, the Intercontinental title match is already a ladder match, like what can you do with the tag titles?
You know, I really enjoy
bring back the Cruiserweight title. I mean, shoot, I mean, if they're gonna bring one belt back, you know, bring back the Cruiserweight.
I'm not gonna
lie,
I enjoy the PG era. I enjoy what it is. You know, that's more focused on wrestling storylines and everything instead of blood and cursing, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, at least try to make the story interesting. There's no story going into this Intercontinental title match. And you mentioned Stardust. You know, they had this great feud, like building up with him and Goldust.
And then where does that go? Where's Goldust now?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was supposed to change things, you know, that last match at Fastlane, him losing or whatever. And it just didn't happen, you know, and I'm just trying to figure out where's that going to go? Goldust is gone? Is he gone forever now?
I don't know. Like, I don't even know what's going on with that match. I don't know if they're going to have that match at WrestleMania.
It's everywhere.
That chance.
It's everywhere. And it's sad to say that I like watching SmackDown more than I like watching Raw. I feel like SmackDown's more of a more organized show than it is Raw. Now that both shows kind of intertwine, you know, I kind of miss the good old days where it was just two separate shows. You know?
We had two different brands compete. It felt like two different promotions almost.
Whoa, okay, sorry. The choir downstairs is going kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear that on our live broadcast. We got 2 viewers, so one viewer besides you, Linda. I don't know who the other person is, but thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna start having to cut the show short a little bit. Any final thoughts? You know,
I mean, the road to WrestleMania, it doesn't feel like WrestleMania at all.
The road to WrestleMania.
We already covered this. We've already said, you know, I'm not looking forward to WrestleMania. It's kind of funny because it's going up against the season finale of Walking Dead.
That's kind of you know what?
I don't know what you're gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch WrestleMania, but you know what? The cool thing about The Walking Dead is I could always watch it later on. TiVo, or what do you call it? DVR. So set your DVR boxes for The Walking Dead, and so that's all right though. Thank you, Linda, for watching. Still, if you're watching,
I love you.
Let's close it off here, guys. Final, I guess after final thoughts, you know, I guess thank you guys for listening. You know, we always want to continue doing this. We want to get a bigger expanded going on here. So
like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook at UTP_armbar, right? Mm-hmm. And then Twitter, same thing, UTP_armbar at Twitter. And we don't have a Tumblr account, but we have a YouTube. We have 6 subscribers now. So
that's awesome.
Please be our 7th subscriber if you haven't watched us, guys, live. So
youtube.com/WWE.
Our goal is 100 subscribers before the before the semester ends.
Dude, we don't want to pay for it.
All right, guys, this is Michael Bosseldua, and this
is Grace.
All right, and we're going to finish off here, guys. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
Wait, did this one? Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. You busy right now?
I'm just going to head home, actually, and eat before my next class, because I haven't eaten all day. That's why.
Can you give me a ride to the post office?
Post office? Yeah. Okay, well, the post office is over here. Yeah, I guess I can help you over the ride if you want to take the shuttle with me all the way back. Oh, yeah.
You don't have your car?
I don't have it with me. I don't drive to school. I live right there, dude. Okay. All right, hold on, let me finish this. Whoa, we're still on air.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.